Good morning. As Zach said, I'm Pete Perna. I'm Executive Director of the FIREPOINT Innovation Center. And we're a new center at the university, started up last October. And since then, I've been getting a lot of questions that go something like this. FIREPOINT, what is that? Okay, so we don't have a lot of time this morning, but I'm hoping to give you a broad overview that provides you a better sense of what FIREPOINT Innovation Center is all about. So FIREPOINT is, as I said, it's a new center here. It's funded by the Army, and specifically one specific Army laboratory called the Aviation and Missile Research Development and Engineering Center out of Huntsville, Alabama. And our relationship with them is via something called a Partnership Intermediary Agreement. So this is a special agreement. There's only maybe a dozen organizations in the country that have this type of agreement with a DoD laboratory. And now we've got one at Wichita State. So FIREPOINT is a partnership intermediary with AMRDEC, which is the Aviation and Missile Research Development and Engineering Center. So let me tell you a little bit more about what we do for the Army. If I can figure out how to work this thing. Okay. So let's frame the problem. Okay, we have some folks from the Air Force here today, so they're probably very familiar with this. But, you know, the world has changed. You know, the era where the U.S. was unrivaled in terms of its strength, prowess, technological advantages, that era is largely over. We now have to compete with peer and near-peer threats, namely China and Russia. The technological gap that the U.S. has enjoyed for many years is now diminished and very, very small. Technology has gone global, so everybody's got access to cutting-edge technology. So we no longer, the U.S. military, no longer enjoys this sort of unfair advantage on the battlefield that has been provided to it via new technology. So that's fundamentally the big strategic problem that the entire military is facing, and the Army, of course, is concerned about this as well. So what is our mission with the Army? Why are we funded to work with the Army? This particular laboratory, of course, has its own research and development enterprise inside. They've got a set of scientists and engineers who are working on the toughest problems, both to sustain the existing force as well as develop new technology capabilities. And the Army understands that it doesn't have in-house all of the expertise, all of the technology, all of the capabilities that it needs to have access to in order to meet the future threat. So FIREPOINT, through this special agreement that we have with the Army, is a tool in the toolbox for AMRDEC to reach out and access the best expertise, the best technology, the best capabilities, and bring that to the Army through new collaborations, through new research agreements. So we FIREPOINT are essentially an agent for the Army to go out and find the best capabilities and bring that to the Army to support its S&T enterprise. So we talked a little bit about AMRDEC, the Aviation and Missile Research Development and Engineering Center. What is their mission in life? So ultimately, like I said, their purpose is to both sustain the existing force, but also develop new capabilities. So some of these new capabilities include development of the next generation medium-sized helicopter. The Army refers to that as future vertical lift. This is a very high priority for the Army. Next generation tactical unmanned aerial systems, very high priority for the Army. Okay, and the Navy and the Air Force are working these same spaces as well. But What's really cool about what we're doing here at Wichita State University through FirePoint is that the Army has asked us to support them on their highest priority programs, namely Future Vertical Lift and Next Generation Tactical UAS. So we're all about engagement with organizations outside of the Army, set up new collaborations, set up new partnerships. If we find specific technology that the Army wants to have access to, we try to bring that to the Army through various forms of agreement, maybe through partnerships. The Army also develops its own technology in-house to meet its future requirements, but the Army doesn't commercialize anything. So ultimately, the Army is interested in taking or seeing that its technology developed in-house is moved out into the private sector, moved out into industry to be further developed and commercialized and then spun back in to support Army requirements. So we're involved in that process called technology transfer and transition. And then ultimately, innovate, help the Army to develop new ways of doing business with potential partners on the outside. So those are the three primary activities that we're engaged in. Very quickly mention three technology areas that we've been focusing on since last October. One, it has to do with defining the requirements that support the qualification standards for application of multi-core processors, microprocessors in legacy systems as well as in future systems. The science of integrated sustainment, trying to keep aircraft flying, keeping them in the air is a very difficult problem. So perhaps if we're smarter in the development phase for new aircraft, we can actually minimize or mitigate the need for ongoing sustainment costs. So in other words, we can keep the aircraft flying longer if we're smarter about how we build the aircraft in the first place. And then the third area has to do with architecting complex cyber-physical systems. It's basically defining the requirements for new platforms that will get integrated in new aircraft related to software, hardware, and the integration. For example, one of the things that the Army is concerned about is swappability, okay? If we're relying on one particular defense contractor to supply a black box, for example, and then that thing fails, we've got to go back to that one vendor and buy that box probably at an inflated price in order to replace the one that failed. If we can architect future systems in ways that we've increased the swappability and we're not dependent on one particular vendor when a particular black box fails, you know, that again helps keep our aircraft flying and minimizes our future sustainment costs. So we've been working those three areas for the Army. We've got some additional funding coming in a couple of weeks that's going to expand our work into 4 new tasks that I can't yet talk about, but we're excited about that as well. So let me finish by addressing the question, well, why is this here? Why is this at Wichita State? I think there's a few reasons for that. One is that we have some incredibly unique capabilities here, largely at NIAR, related to research, development, testing, and evaluation on the kinds of things that the military, and specifically in the case of FirePoint, is interested in, the Army is interested in. So I think that's a part of it. The technical R&D capabilities that we have here are of interest to the Army. The focus of our research aligns with Army interests. We know that in addition to the Army's interest at Wichita State, the Air Force and the Navy are also funding projects here at Wichita State, and those projects also align with Army interests. So there's synergism between what the Army's interested in and the other DoD-related research and development that's happening here at Wichita State. Lastly, and I think this is maybe the most significant, I think most exciting thing about what we're doing is the tie to applied learning. And right now at FirePoint, we have 6 computer science and engineering students working with us to support our work for the Army. We've only got 3.5 professional staff, so we actually have more students than we have professional staff. And it's all about giving these students the opportunity work in ways that, that give them the opportunity to develop a better understanding of how to serve a customer's needs, how to work in a team setting, and get some real-world experience that can go on their resume and make them more competitive ultimately in the job market. The Army cares a lot about that. All of the military laboratories are very concerned about where their future STEM workforce is going to come from. So a part of the opportunity that we have here at Wichita State is, because we're focused on applied learning, is we can be a significant partner in helping to meet that future need for scientists and engineers, not just in the Army laboratories, but the Navy and Air Force laboratories as well. So I hope that gives you a sufficient overview. Happy to take any questions, and thanks for the opportunity to be here.